The year was 2004. Probably less than 20% of watching this video right now were even alive. CSI was the #1 show. Shrek 2 was the #1 movie and introduced Puss in Boots. And the Boston Red Sox had finally defeated the curse of the Bambino and won the World Series. But more importantly, World of Warcraft was released on November 23rd, and I would go on to log thousands of hours with playing off and on for 20 years, but I think we need to go back even further. The year was 1994. Probably now less than 2% of watching this video were actually alive. I was invited for a sleepover at my cousin Adam's house. We ordered pizza and played his brand new game Warcraft all night long. Then we played it all day Saturday. I stayed over again. We played it into Sunday until I finally went home in love with Blizzard's new creation. I asked for the game for my birthday. I played it all summer, and then I played Warcraft 2, then Warcraft 3, and then finally 3 got an expansion focusing on the new villain, the Lich King and the Frozen Throne. Arthas was fascinating to me, a character that was so complex and weighed down by his own burdens is probably the reason I love Wrath of the Lich King as a WoW expansion so much. But as we were all waiting for the next Warcraft game to get announced, we got a shock instead. Blizzard shifted gears from standalone PC games to a brand new MMO. Immediately I was excited, and I told my Evercrack 2 character we were over, and I told my guildies if you want to play with me, you can find me in Azeroth. Now I'll be honest, I played pretty much every day from launch into the first couple of weeks of Mists of Pandaria. But during that expansion, I kind of lost my love. A lot of the people I was playing with had kind of left the game, and I decided that I was going to take a break. But there has been expansions that haven't clicked with me at all, and I've taken multiple breaks since my initial heavy grind. After leaving in Mist, I skipped Warlords of Draenor completely and came back in Legion because I saw that Illidan, one of my favorite villains, was going to be on the cover. I took smaller breaks during Battle of Azeroth, Shadowlands, and Dragonflight. Why am I telling you all this? That's probably the question you want to know. Probably because I feel like I need to justify to my channel built around horror games why I'm suddenly, after all this time, doing WoW streams and videos. I've had people come into my chat, people post in my videos, where's XYZ horror game? Evil Dead, Killer Clowns, Dead by Daylight. Why am I not streaming that? Why am I wasting my time with World of Warcraft? And you know what? I feel like this video is to tell you why. I hadn't even picked up Dragonflight, and I really hadn't played WoW since the Sylvanas fight at Sanctum. I wasn't even sure I was gonna go back to WoW, and maybe this time I had finally just had been done. But I was sitting on my couch waiting for Diablo to Overwatch news from BlizzCon last summer when the presser for WoW began.
Instead of just debuting your next expansion all on its lonesome, we have decided to give you a glimpse at your next 3 expansion sets. Does this meet with your approval, BlizzCon? The first part of the Worldsoul Saga and your 10th expansion is called World of Warcraft: The War Within. In this chapter, you will be descending into the heart of Azeroth itself, exploring new subterranean kingdoms and engaging with ancient cultures like the Earthen and the terrifying Nerubians of Azj-Kahet. The second part of the Worldsoul Saga is called World of Warcraft: Midnight. In this chapter, you will be returning, ready, to the old world, to the fabled lands of Quel'Thalas. There, the forces of the Void have invaded Azeroth, intent on snuffing out the light of the Sunwell and plunging the world into darkness and fear. Things may not go to plan. Things may just spiral wildly out of control, leading us to the third part of the Worldsoul Saga, World of Warcraft, the last Titan.
He started to explain that the next expansion for WoW was coming next year. It was going to be the War Within. But that wasn't just it. It was going to be a trilogy of sagas that were going to come in express time, building on one entire story. I was captivated. I was drawn in. I watched the entire panel, and as soon as that was over, I immediately pre-ordered the War Within Collector's Edition. It weaved a tale I was ready to explore, lore I needed to know, the giant sword that's been there for 10 years, what has happened to Thrall and Anduin's and Shadowlands. All this stuff I've always wanted to know and was very interested in needed to be explained to me, and I wanted to experience it firsthand. I played a couple of months of Dragonflight, but I knew it was late in the expansion and really wasn't going to invest, just received it with the purchase. My eyes were set clearly upon the launch of the War Within. And I have been back to WoW for a couple of months. I kind of played a little bit of Dragonflight, but now I'm back and I just did my year renewal. The patch is already pre-patched on our PCs for coming this Tuesday, which is going to be a major change in stuff with warbands and crossover server guilds, as well as the Radiant Echoes event beginning this Tuesday, and that's going to run all the way to the launch of the War Within. I'm back, and I'm feeling love for WoW that I haven't really felt since the end of Cataclysm. I have been back multiple times after year-long plus hiatuses, but this time seems different. Everything they show me has me intrigued, has me excited for the entire Worldsoul Saga, and hopefully you guys will get to enjoy this ride with me as well. I'm not dropping every game I play, because that would burn me out on WoW like it does on any other game, like when I play too much Dead by Daylight or too much Evil Dead or too much anything. I need variety, but WoW will be a game I stream and do videos along with others. I can't wait to show you all the adventures and stories that transpired during the duration of the Worldsoul Saga, starting really this Tuesday. If you're still here, thanks for listening to a story of why I'm doing this and how much the entire Warcraft story has meant to me for 30 years. I think people know I absolutely love Blizzard games, and I hope that we can build a cool group of people to raid, do dungeons, explore the next 3 expansions together with. Now that the Horde and Alliance, even servers, don't matter, my guild Plague of Terror will be open to all who want to have fun time, play some games, and have a few laughs. I hope this video landed why after all this time I'm showing to my subs the side of me that I've kept kind of private until just recently. As a content creator, we know focusing on a game or even in one genre, in my case horror ASIMs, definitely is far more algorithm friendly, but I only have so much time now as a guy in his 40s to play games. I'm a dad, content creator, husband, have a ton of other things demanding time, so if I really want to explore these expansions, I'll need to share that time with you all. For those who don't like WoW, I absolutely get it, and it won't be streamed 5 days a week, no more than 2, and it won't be my only videos that I cover on the channel. Horror games, Overwatch, stuff like that aren't going anywhere, so you'll be able to choose what to watch and not lose the things that brought you to this channel in the first place. But WoW isn't going anywhere either, and I hope you all accept that as part of the content I'll be making in the future, just like you did when I brought Overwatch to my content. If you're still here, you're listening to this, I appreciate you giving me a few minutes to share a little piece of me with you guys, and I explained to you why I need to include WoW at this point in my life in the content. I appreciate my community so much. I love all of you. And if you have any thoughts or questions, put them in the comments below. You know I'm going to answer them. And hopefully you'll come along to maybe even want to play a little bit yourself, or just know about the lore, or wonder why I'm doing what I'm doing. But as a person who finds that sometimes ASIMs become stale, become stagnant, don't make me have as much fun when I'm playing them. I don't think you see that on my face when I'm playing WoW. And I hope that the genuine joy I express and I feel when I am playing that game, or even when I'm making this video, comes through to you guys, so you know that I legitimately am enjoying this, and hopefully that will radiate to people. I understand that not everyone is going to click with it. I get that, and I know some people are going to be mad that I'm taking 2 days a week of my 5 streams to stream a game that they may not have any care about whatsoever. But it doesn't stop me from making Killer Clowns, Evil Dead, Dead by Daylight, Overwatch videos. I'm still doing the content that I've done as long as you've known this channel. But as always, I've added little wrinkles along the way, and WoW might be a bigger wrinkle than most, but It is something that's important to me. It's something I want to do, and I'm something I hope that you guys will be able to enjoy and ride along with me over these next few expansions. As always, thank you guys for watching, and later, mates.